What a nice sunrise. We're going to head back to Midtown Park and look for more gold today. A lot of activities that treasure hunters do greatly depends on the environment or the weather. So unless the water level is up, I'm in the river. Unless the ground is frozen solid, I'm out digging and metal detecting. So it's 25 degrees now. I think we probably have a few more weeks before the ground freezes solid. So let's get started. First target of the day. The ground is completely frozen here, at least 2.5 inches. So as you can see, all right, let's see where this thing is. There it is. And it's not worth the struggle to get it out of there, but there's a pull tab embedded in that frozen dirt. I don't think that the whole area is frozen like this. Maybe just the way that this soil was compacted. So we'll have a look around. It was nice to hear a high tone in the mid-80s, but unfortunately it's just a quarter, as it is in most instances in that range. This is interesting. It's a looks like a lion's body with wings and the head of an eagle. Its edges appear to be cut on angles, and on the back looks like this. I have no idea what this is. As always, I'll try to get a closer look when I get back. After about 200 pull tabs, I have something that is gold in its color. It rang up in the gold range. I see a little bit of rust or corrosion on the end here. What is this? It's missing quite a bit of those. By the look of it, looks like more costume jewelry. Yeah, those little gems are just falling right out of there, whatever they are. But we're on the board with a piece of jewelry. It's some kind of vaping device. They give a good signal though. Okay, so it's a new day, a little bit warmer today. Dug about 250 pull tabs that you guys will see at the cleanup yesterday. But here's my first find, and it's an earring. You can see the prongs bent in half. It might be silver plated, who knows, but it's definitely not the real deal. But we're gonna keep looking. This showed up just like a little piece of foil in the upper 40s. I think we got ring number 94 right here. Oh, that's very, very small. Oh, there I go dropping it. I don't know if there's any markings on this. It could be made out of gold. It definitely fell in the range. So we will have a look at this closer when I get back. Ring number 94. I'm gonna turn my headset off and let you guys hear what this sounds like for a few minutes and just go along and let's see what kind of junk we could find. That's a 60, 61. Right on the grass line of this basketball court. So if it's like that, I'll get this out. It's right here. Just do a little bit of a flick that over. And what we have here is a zipper. Turn that back in. Go on to the next one. Let's see here. You really get a lot more definition when you're listening through your headphones. A lot easier to interpret all the sounds. Here's something. Mid-tone, high 40s into the 50s. That could be an earring or something. It's most likely a piece of foil. Pinpoint. Should be right here. See if I can pick it up on the surface first. Yep. Right here. Very solid ground under here. It's like a gravel base. I think I lost it. Here. It's an interesting signal. Okay, it's in a hole somewhere. What is this? Is it foil as predicted? Yes, it's a hunk of foil. So we press on. 41, 42. It's right next to that other thing. It's likely a lawnmower run something over there, or ran something over. Nice and slow. Overlapping. It's a little too jumpy for me. Solid 55. If you guys want to see what a pull tab looks like to dig up, this is it. Right there. Should be able to pick that up on the pinpointer. Right here, let's see about it. It's a light scraping. Again, there's the pull tab. I'll shut you off unless I find something good. A quick cleanup, then we'll cover the new equipment. So, out of the last couple days, about 4.5 hours metal detecting. 285 holes were dug. 217 of the holes were trash targets. You got them really trashy parks. The gold sounds like all this junk here. So a lot of people overlook it. That's why I go into the trashy parks. So 217 trash targets. 54 coins. 3 pieces of jewelry. This larger earring here, that's obviously, junk jewelry. A earring with missing the stone, obviously not precious metal. And then this tiny little ring here. It does count, so that's ring number 94. This is like a bottle cap. It has threads on the inner part. So it has I looked it up, it's called a griffin when you got a lion body with wings and an eagle head. A fishing weight or sinker, depending on what part of the country you come from, is what you call it. A 38 caliber wad cutter lead round. It doesn't look like it hit into anything. If I'm gonna guess, I'll say somebody fired a shot up in the air or from somewhere else, and it landed straight down with barely any velocity. It was laying right next to the basketball court. 3 carabiners. This little clip here. You always find vaping devices. They give a really high tone in the 90s, sound really good. And another thing you always find are Nerf darts. Then this tire iron by the basketball court. I don't know why it would have been there, but the only thing I could think of is somebody possibly was carrying this around, maybe for self-defense. I don't know. Don't know why it would be there, but it was just laying on the grass. So, all right, that's it for those 2 hunts. Let's have a look at the new equipment. All right, so the first piece of equipment is an upgraded knife. What I have been using is this. I'm sure you've seen it in my first video. I think I used this. It's a mossy oak knife. I think I got this at Myers. It was for sale for $3. $3 for this. I've used it a lot. It's always cut fishing line, and you know, anything I cut into a found backpack in one of my videos. It's always worked. I've always had it underwater, and it doesn't have an ounce of rust on it for $3. But you know, it does. I do have to run it over a sharpener quite a bit to keep an edge on it and everything. So 10 times more I spent to buy this knife for $30. So $3, 10 times more. I get the Cressi Scorpion. It's a stainless steel dive knife, and as it's marked SS 304, so I guess that's 304 stainless. They market it as tempered, so it has been heat treated. You know, out of the box, it feels really, you know, sharp, especially the serrated edge. It had pretty good reviews on Amazon. The case is really nice, and that there's a large opening. It doesn't fit in there tight when I'm underwater. I could just push that in there like that. It's reversible, so I can put the knife in this way as well. Nice button for the release. So I was in need of an upgrade series, especially with what's in this box, and we'll get to that in a second. Also, this Cressi Scorpion has these straps. I think that I'll be strapping this to my arm, so it's in a nice, easy, accessible area when I need it, if I need to cut fishing line or something related to what's in this box. So let's have a look in the box. All right, I'm going there. Brute Magnetics, magnet fishing. I mentioned in my previous video, I do everything from searching coin stars to looking on the ground when I'm walking around, to metal detecting, bottle digging, river treasure searching. Why not magnet fishing? I have some really good spots for it, so I just want to see what this is about. I know from watching videos that Brute Magnetics is a pretty decent company. Let's talk about the case here. This is the Brute Magnetics 1,700 pound magnet. The case, it feels similar to some Pelican cases that would be used for some weapons. It's very durable, has very nice hinges. Open it up. I guess it has, you know, a valve or a vent for maybe air transportation, I'm guessing. It comes with these slash or cut proof gloves that also have a layer of, I guess it's like a rubberization on them. That's really good when you're cleaning things off of the edge of your magnet, like little rusty bits and things. A 100-foot nylon rope with a carabiner that you could actually tighten this little screw thingamajig here, and that will prevent this carabiner from opening up in use. No need to tie a knot onto your carabiner because it has this here with like a shrink wrapped, really heavy gauge plastic. Also, what comes in the kit is the Loctite. They recommend Loctiting your little eye bolts here. The magnet being a 700 pound or 1,700 pound capacity magnet, it's fairly heavy. I would say about maybe 3 or 4 pounds. And you have the option, if you're going to throw this in the river and drag it from where you're standing, you have this here. If you're going to stand on a bridge and lower it and drop it and pull it up, you have this here. What's nice is you can unscrew these and have one or the other, not to have the other one interfering to get tangled up in, you know, whatever you got going on. So you can use the Loctite though if you want to secure one of those in whatever position that you want. The foam, my other impression of this foam, it's very heavy gauge foam, nice and thick, and this thing just sits right in there, and there goes the carabiner. And what that does is you can move this in and out of your truck or around your home and not have to worry about this magnet you know, getting stuck to anything. Being the 1,700 pound, it's actually per side. This is a double-sided magnet. You got 850 pounds of pull on both sides of the magnet. So I didn't want to go much heavier than that because I didn't want it getting stuck to like a bridge truss or anything like that where I might not be able to recover it. So I thought that's a very strong weight for both sides. Plus, if you're throwing it in from the side, it doesn't matter how it's going to land, you're going to grab something somewhere. So I'm very pleased with this, not even having used it yet. Just the general quality of everything about this. Then you know, you have your documentation up in here, very well laid out. So between the dive knife, the magnet, what else I got in the future is I want to get a 7mm wetsuit so I could go in the water and a little bit colder where I really don't have to worry about the hip waders and such, where I could just go in there in the 60-degree water or even in the 50s. With the 7mm, I think it might be thick enough that it should keep me warm. So I'll keep you posted on that, but I do intend on making some videos with this magnet in the near future. So tomorrow morning I'm heading out to Pennsylvania, hitting a colonial site that should be rich with every kind of early coin and, you know, flat buttons and just a variety of things. And that'll probably be a 2-part series. I'm going to stay there for a couple days, and we'll look forward to that. And then once things settle down after Christmas, we'll get this bad boy out and try to get back into the river and see, you know, when that river level drops. Time to induct ring number 94 into the ring box. I think I'm on track to have my goal of 100 rings by the end of the year. Got 6 more empty slots here. So until then, happy hunting, and we'll see you on the next one.